in the world there's a lot of knowledge, social media, a lot of information. But what is important is how do we convert this knowledge and information into success for the farmer? All put together, how can we help farmer to make more profit per hectare? If we continue to do this via this kind of initiative, I think growth for the farmer, growth for all of us is guaranteed.
We are in Colombia and we are joined with the man himself, Bhupen. And we are taking a look at some different sorghum crops here. And I wanted to ask you, you get to travel all over the world. What does it mean to you when we come to a country like Colombia and you see products that worked in Argentina, Australia, and the US?
I think sometimes I think that as we know, the nation boundaries are artificial, right?
Yes.
Genetics, pollen, insect, birds do not recognize those boundaries, right? And considering that angle, when I see a product which are doing very well in Australia, in Argentina, in US, and when I see them here performing so well, I think that belief of me gets strengthened, get validated, right? And therefore, the field which we are have a tremendous responsibility and in a way golden opportunity to spread this genetics to more and more farmers who can benefit out of these innovations.
So I was really excited to be here in the field because there's a technology that I've been working with very passionately, and that's the aphix technology. And it's very unfortunate that we see sugarcane aphids now have moved into South America, but it's really exciting that Advanta, like no other company in the world, we're already prepared for that situation. So can we go look at a hybrid real quick?
Sure.
We'll walk right down here and we're going to be looking at 28219. This is an old product that we use as a susceptible check. And the first thing you can see, Bhupen, if you look into this, you see bees and flies, and they're after that honeydew. And we can come in here just on the edge of the row and we can start seeing all of the aphids that you see right there.
Sugarcane aphid.
These are sugarcane aphids, and these are just at the early stages, and we move in there, you can see the honeydew, the stickiness. And for a US grower, it's all about mechanized harvesting. That's where we first started seeing the benefits. But when we moved into Mexico, and even though they're hand harvesting or small stakeholders, the pest got worse. And so we weren't even able to grow a crop anymore. So we were just talking about what it means to see these technologies, but to see something that was kind of serendipitously found, just randomly in the field for Advanta, and to put us at that advantage. What do you think that says for our R&D team and the ability to find solutions very fast?
I think one of the things which I take a lot of pride in our R&D team is their ability to identify these solutions which are most relevant to the farmers. They are not too much academic in nature, but a lot of practical in nature.
Yes.
And I still remember in 2014-15 was the worst time in USA for sorghum farmers.
Very much.
And this new pest appeared. By name itself is not a sorghum pest. Sugarcane aphid, right? By name is a sugarcane aphid and adapted to the sorghum, and it spread like a wildfire. And we were the first victim of that menace. Our warehouse were full of inventory. All right, and most of them were susceptible, and we were really worried what to do about it. Business case started coming down, put a lot of stress on the organization that point in time. But you know what? Beautiful thing happens. One fine day, get a report from our R&D director saying that, you know what? We got a material which can, which has a tolerance against this sugarcane aphid. We had a brilliant marketing team there that point in time, and they immediately developed this concept of affix branding, and they started launching that first line that point in time. And the response from the farming community was amazing, right? And now, of course, there are advanced versions coming up, right? That point in time, I think it was speculated in an academic circle as well as in a professional circle that this pest might spread to various countries. Today we are in 2022, I'm talking about 2014. And when I hear that this is a big menace in Argentina and Colombia, you realize that, wow, that was a prediction which has come true. But this time, which are much more prepared. What I understand from our R&D team, a very competitive team, I think sorghum breeding, which we have, they said they have new lines, already advanced one available, and the testing is going on, all these places. So Advanta is ready as a who is spearheading the sorghum crop around the world, ready with the technology platform.
So what's fascinating coming from the United States team is to be able to not only know that our competitors are pulling from the same material, and we have something that's really unique. It's a proven scientific uniqueness to it. It gives us a position of expertise, and I really appreciate you allowing us to take some chances and to expand, because what many people don't know is as soon as we found we had that aphix, we already started going to these countries with that strategy that one day it's going to come, but we're going to be ready. And that's really allowed us to be in a position not only to export seed, but we can export the expertise. And as an American, to be able to come to countries like Colombia, I find that very humbling. I think that's the best word for it. To see a different type of agriculture, but a different culture following that. I have one more product I want to show you. Let's come on down. And it's the next big thing. So we launched iGrowth last year commercially in the United States. And it was a phenomenal success. More successful than what any of our competitors expected it to be. And what the end result was, being able to sell almost 500,000 acres of herbicide-tolerant sorghum for the first time. And this is our 1120 that we're actually doing adaptation studies all around the world. It's highly adaptable for Australia. We actually got the idea for the product from there. And now we see it in Colombia. It's one of their best products. And we see it being tested in Mexico, and it's their favorite products. We just got to visit with the Mexico team. This is another component of that unity of the global mission. So seeing this success, our latest success, what do you think the next 5 or 10 years for Advanta is going to be while we have this well-oiled machine bringing immediate solutions for growers?
I think the very, very interesting question you're asking, and we have been expanding on this question, myself and our leadership team all the time. Globally, when we look at it, what are the interesting challenge? I think maintaining the food security, nutritional security, more so when population is growing up, right? As well as your climate change, we all know about it, we talk about it. In this scenario, when we look at the portfolio of Advanta, I realize we are so privileged, we are so lucky. We have one of the world's most diverse genetics in sorghum. You talk about color, we have a white sorghum, we have black sorghum, we have a red sorghum, we have brown sorghum, and in between all the variations, depending on the tannin content, right? This is one part of it. Second, users point of view, utility point of view, we got a green sorghum, we got a forage sorghum, you have dual purpose sorghum, we have a sweet sorghum, right? And also sorghum which can do wonderful job in the segment of biofuels, right? Now, another important aspect, the smart crop is a crop which can produce more biomass by consuming less input, right? Less soil, less water, less fertilizer. And of course, can also be grown in the marginal land, which is that crop, it's a sorghum.
Yes, it is.
So I think time has come to identify this crop, its potential, new potential in the light of the current context. That is where I believe that we are privileged to be positioned there to spearheading this crop around the world. And second part, important part was that compared to other crop like soybean or corn, I think in technology platform, this crop was trailing behind.
Yes, it has.
Right? So Advanta team decided to start investing in 2008 and 9. In fact, what you see today as iGrowth is a very hard work done by a very visionary team of Argentina.
Yes, it is.
We had the breeders there, and of course the management that point in time, they were also very long-term thinking. They supported that project. Out of that project, first non-GM herbicide-tolerant crop was launched, patented in the year 2017 for the first time in Argentina. Met with a huge success. From there we moved to Australia, we are moving to US, and now many more countries we are going to go ahead with. That is a first wave of technified crop, right? Now we have invested already in another set of technologies, which are another group of herbicide tolerant, right? Which is our team is working. I'm not really going ahead of myself and our team. A lot of work is happening behind. As soon as team is ready with their patent portfolio and all these positions, I think it will be announced to the market. We are maybe a year or two behind, maybe 2024, 2025, we should be hitting the market. With this technification of the sorghum crop around the world, I think we are going to accelerate the revolution in the sorghum market around the world. I was talking to Argentina team yesterday, and they say because of the high growth, many farmers in Argentina who were planting corn on marginal land, they started bringing back the sorghum. When I'm here in Colombia, hardly any sorghum they have, right? Less than 1,000 or 1,000, 2,000 hectares. That's it, what I understand. But the team who is working here for long, they say, you know what? In Colombia, they used to have more than 500,000 hectares under sorghum 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Wow.
Time has come now with a new technology and new approach. Probably we can go back to the same level because we have a more competing crop, right? We can give a competition to sugarcane, in marginal land especially, in the corn, and farmer can earn more profit out of hectare.
I really appreciate your time. And what really excites me is having someone leading the company that knows our products. It's not just a job. It seems like it's a strong passion. And with that, I really do thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jay. Thanks a lot.
And we'll see y'all on YouTube.